mean, a lot of people felt disenchanted and frustrated with the two-party system. And it's unfortunate that that Ron Paul was not on the ballot as far as the final election, so to speak. Let's go ahead and switch bases. I don't want to keep talking about sad things, to say the least. What was your inspiration for Fuck the Fed? I mean, where did you do some research and come to a certain conclusion, or did you just go on a whim after watching some YouTube videos? I mean, give me an idea of how this all came about, this Fuck the Fed video and song.
Well, I think my first introduction, well, I had this little booklet many years ago, like 30, 40 years ago, about the Fed, and I read it and I just put it down and I thought, well, that's kind of interesting, but I didn't pay any attention to it after that. But about, I don't know, maybe a year ago, maybe a little more, I started watching some videos first, trying to remember what. Probably the usual stuff that everybody knows, like, some of the ones that, this is great, now I'm blanking out totally.
Well, that the Federal Reserve is not a federal institution, that it's a private bank.
Yeah, this was all covered in some of the videos I was watching, and that got me interested. And then some friends suggested I read the book by Griffin, the Creature from Jekyll Island.
Great
and,
book.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through that, and I just, I actually didn't read that before I did Fuck the Fed. I read it I'm reading it afterwards. But I knew a lot of the data, you know, the basic data about how they operate. And that did come mostly from videos. And it just made me angry, which I think anybody who finds this out is going to get angry. I mean, it's the biggest scam I've ever heard of. And at that point, you know, the first thing out of my mouth was "fuck the Fed." So I said, "Hey, what a great idea!"
It has a good ring to it. It has a great ring to it.
Well, you know, I was aware that there was an organization out there called End the Fed, and I thought, well, you know, that certainly. They couldn't use "fuck the Fed." They wouldn't become too popular. They'd be, you know, and all that. But I thought, let me do this. You know, with YouTube, and you could pretty much say what you want. And "Fuck the Fed" has the two F's going. It's very catchy, and it just, as far as a song goes, it would be much better to go "Fuck the Fed" than "End the Fed." Or, you know, one or two people got offended and suggested, can't you do something like "Get rid of the Fed"? But that, you know, it just doesn't work for a songwriter.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's the great thing about the internet, and that's why I love our medium, the medium that we're on right now, because we have complete open format. I mean, you can say what you want, you can say what's on your mind, and there's nobody here to censor your ideas or your feelings or anything of that nature. To be honest with you, there's so much influence from the internet nowadays. I mean, it's being talked about. The media is always talking about the blogs and the forums and what people are saying. They're referencing back onto the internet, and I just think that it's growing to a level that is uncomparable in previous years, and I only see it getting I only see it becoming a greater movement. Yeah, someone in the chat room is saying newspapers are going out of business, and yeah, the actual paper products I have been hearing are going out of business, but they're still running their websites. They're still having the internet news agency, the news department for the internet, whatever they want to call it. That is, I mean, those parts are still there.
Yeah. It's true. I heard the same thing, and I think the internet, if we can keep it free, that's an interesting text. If we can keep the internet free, I think that may be our best chance at keeping freedom alive, because the fact that we can all communicate to each other unrestricted so far, you know, that's something we really got to fight for. I'm sure that. Yeah, I'm sure if they're not, well, they already are trying to limit it, but that's going to be a big target probably in the future, even bigger than it ever was, because I'm sure they realize how how dangerous it could be for people to actually know what's going on.
Oh yeah, they've been trying to censor the internet for a while. Certain websites or organizations already have their own form of censorship. I mean, I've seen all the way from YouTube videos being pulled off for what supposedly is against their terms of use, which is just a blatant lie. Just to Wikipedia pages being labeled conspiracy theories when they're just simply pointing out facts. I mean, there's organizations that are doing their own form of censorship, but thankfully we're not at the level that other countries are at, such as China, which their government basically totally blocks certain websites like YouTube and Wikipedia. So at least we still have the freedom to access the pages that we want to access. The only thing we have to worry about right now is the censorship between the organizations themselves. Yeah, and that's if it's a private organization, there's probably nothing we can do about that, I guess. Pretty much. I have one question for you. I understand it in the Fuck the Fed video. You speak about various presidents or presidential candidates like Hillary Clinton, basically, is the one I want to ask about. And you're also wearing a shirt that says Hillary doesn't suck. How about you explain that to me a little? Let's see. How can I explain that? It was just one of those things that hit me that I thought was funny. I actually created the shirt before I did the video, and then when I was doing the video, I thought it'd be funny to wear it in the video. And, you know, just the obvious double way people can take it, I thought anybody who wears it might mean it the way they want it to mean. Obviously, some people made some jokes about, well, that's the reason that Bill went away with Monica, you know. You know, so that's one possible meaning. And the other one is, of course, is if somebody's actually a fan of Hillary, then they would wear it just because they're trying to show that she's okay, you know. But I don't mind which way they take it. Yeah, I think it's a good. I think it's a good play on you know, influencing people's, you know, ideas just to get them thinking. I think it's a good tactic. I mean, because in the video you totally, I mean, you don't specify her, but she is definitely included in the video, and some of the edits that you've done. I mean, I'm not even going to go into detail. People have seen the video. It's pretty amusing what you do and how you edit the video, and I just found it amusing that you would wear that shirt. It was pretty funny to me when I first realized what the shirt said. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I wasn't sure how clear it came off, but I think you could see it in some of the scenes. Yeah, you know, definitely can. YouTube is not known for its resolution that much, so. But yeah, I was pretty glad. I was actually quite surprised because out of all the, you know, I've done recordings for many years, and I've only started doing my own videos in the last few years, but this is the first thing I did that I think within the first week we got 4,000 views, and it's been steadily climbing. It's not anywhere near being viral yet, but I'm just amazed at how many people are enjoying it and agreeing with it, and, you know, passing it around. It's just been a thrill. Oh, yeah, I think it's not. Yeah, my wife just reminded me. I started entering this in some film festivals, and so far I just entered it in 5 festivals, mostly down in Florida because I wanted to be able to go see them. And so far I got accepted into 2 film festivals. You're the first one to find out about the second one. The first one's coming up on the 26th. Yeah, the Palm Beach International Film Festival, which I think you knew about. And just got accepted into the Delray Beach Film Festival, and that'll be in May. Oh, that's awesome. The word's going to get out. I have actually I'm signed up to your newsletter, so I had gotten word about that one, and I mean I'm going to try to make it up there. It's not a 100% thing yet, but if I do, I would love to get an on-camera interview with you and, you know, ask you a few questions related to the actual video itself, just a couple-minute interview. That would be great. Then we can also put